was a girl that lived on a farm. She loved to play with the animals and her best friend Lucas. One day, her mom got sick and she needed to take care of the animals. Her mom told her, wait, I'll do it. But she said, no, mom, rest. And then she found out she was the clumsiest girl in the world from that day. And her name was Jenny. Then we go to Loki and Mobius. They're just chilling, having fun, thinking. And Mobius says, hey, we gotta really focus on finding Sylvia because things have been quiet on the anachronism side. So maybe we should go out and try and scour the timeline for her. Loki says, good idea. Then he lays down on his beanbag chair and he looks at her. He thinks of a memory of him and Sylvia in the void, cuddling. And then we cut to the intro. Alright. Back to Loki and Mobius. They're chilling. Loki looking. But then the Tempad gets a beep. And Mobius says, speak of the devil. There's another anachronism. He check it out and he says, this one's a little bit interesting. And then they click the Tempad and go to the portal. Cutting back to Jenny and Lucas. Now they're in high school. And Lucas asks Jenny to be his girlfriend. And she says yes. Life is perfect. Jenny thinks nothing could even interrupt my perfect, amazing life. But she was wrong. One day, Lucas is getting pushed around by this rich guy and some of his friends. And then Jenny comes in and says, hey, what are you doing? Get off him. And then Lucas is like, oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Blow me away with your hotness? And then Jenny picks up a stick and starts chasing them. And then they run away. Jenny says, Lucas, what was going on? And Lucas tells her, it was nothing. It was just fine. Man, it would be great if my girlfriend didn't have to step in. If my girlfriend didn't have to step in. Ha ha ha. And then Jenny laughs. And then Loki and Mobius arrive there, and they look around for the anachronism. And Mobius says, Loki, we're too early. And Loki says, well, I guess we should just prepare then. What do we do now? Should we go sightseeing or something? I guess so, says Mobius. Then we come back to Jenny and I forgot this nigga's name. This niece's name. Fuck this guy's name. Lucas. Lucas asks Jenny to do a favor. Jenny says, of course, anything. And then he tells, and then he tells her, you see, remember that rich guy from before? I need you to be his girlfriend for me. What? He wants you to be his fake girlfriend, and he'll pay you a lot, and he'll pay me a lot for it. And he said, Bobby, And Jenny says, "What? I'm your girlfriend. Why would I do that?" And she says, and he says, "Please, you know I need this money for my mom's surgery." Jenny just storms off to think about it. She annoys him for the next week, and then one day he catches up to her at school and says, "I know, Jenny, I was wrong. I'm sorry for ever asking. I'm sorry for ever asking." And Jenny says, "Yeah, I'll call you tonight." She spends all day to think about it, and she agrees. She tells him that she'll do it. She'll do it. And then Mobius gets a call. There's a beep on the TIM pad that something just happened, and it might be important. They go to this mansion, and they become servants. And that same mansion, Jenny goes to meet up with that rich guy. And she's amazed, like, whoa, it's so big in here. Because all she's ever known was the farm and small houses. Then she runs into this guy. And he's like, and she's like, "We're gonna have to set some ground rules here, Buster. No calling me your girlfriend. No kiss. No calling me your girlfriend. No kissing and no touching." And then she says, "Okay." And then he says, "Okay." Then in the halls, while Jenny's walking, she bumps into Loki. Loki says, "I'm sorry," and then she says, "Don't be. I'm sorry. It was totally my fault. I was totally not paying attention." And she walks off. But Loki, nothing came of it. But Loki, he keeps that girl in the back of his mind because she seems important in something, like he's seen her before somewhere. Then Jenny sees a maid being yelled at by the rich guy. But the rich guy's dad. And then Jenny's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for how he treats you over here." And he slips her, and then she slips her $20 bill, $20 tip per se. Alright, later that night in their quarters, Loki and Mobius are thinking and about who and what could be causing the anachronism. And then Loki says he had the weirdest encounter with this girl earlier that day, and she hasn't gotten off his mind. He thinks he's seen her before he hasn't pin her where or who she is. So, but Loki does go to investigate a little bit. Loki goes to investigate a little bit, while Mobius stays back and does all the the stuff, the pyramids. That's all the maid stuff. Next day at the school, Jenny and the rich guy, Marcus, the rich guy's name is Marcus, by the way, I forgot to say that earlier. Jenny and Marcus are eating lunch with some of Marcus's friends. And Marcus's friend stops a nerd, and tells him, "Hey, where's my biology report?" The nerd says, it's almost done, And yells, "It's almost done. And Marcus and the rich guy says, "Yeah, hurry up." And yells at him and says, "Hurry up, or else unless you want to get beat up." And then the guy runs away. And then Jenny's like, "Hey, you don't gotta talk to him like that. And also, do your own homework. Do your own homework." And Jenny's like, "No." And Jenny is like, yeah, like, "What are you doing?" And then he's like, "No, what? Look, you're lucky you're even sitting with us. Why is this loser even here anyway?" Why is Lucy here anyway, Marcus? Then she gets up, gives him a good slap, and runs away and walks away. And then Marcus shows up and is like, yo, you're supposed to be pretending to be my girlfriend. Now cut it out. You better play nice or your friend's mom or you could die for all I care. And she kissed that surgery goodbye. And then Jenny says, you're a monster. Jenny says you're a monster and she runs away. She goes to meet Lucas and they're hiding in their secret spot together. And she tells him she can't do this anymore. Lucas completely understands and he's like, I'm sorry. I'll tell Marcus the deal is off. Sorry I had you to go to this. But then she has a dream about what would happen to Marcus's mom if she didn't get the surgery and how guilty she would feel. So guilty she would feel. So she goes to school and so she tells Marcus. She tells Lucas to tell Marcus that the deal's back on. And when she goes to school, she's ready to be Marcus's girlfriend for real and not say anything. But then Marcus actually apologizes for how he acted and says he's sorry. And she's surprised. She thought he was just shallow, but turns out he's not. We come back to Loki and Mobius. Well, Loki, he's snooping around in some drawers and stuff. Then suddenly Marcus's dad walks in, and it's like, what are you doing here, servant? And Loki's like, I was cleaning. See, I was scrubbing it real nice. I'm gonna leave now. All right. And then he went. All right. And he stutters and he trips, but luckily he catches himself with magic before he falls. He runs out. But turns out he also was using magic to hide something, to hide an illusion in his hand, and he uses it and boom, he had a document. He had a document on the dad. And the dad's in some shady business. Once his dad's in some shady business. Loki thinks it's solved. He solved it. The anachronism, that's done. But then, turns out, he didn't. And that's not the anachronism. Because, he's doing some bad stuff, but he's not. But what he's doing is apparently supposed to happen for the proper flow of time. So, Loki is frustrated. But then suddenly, he remembers something. He remembers where he saw her. When he remembers where he saw this girl, that girl. But he can't pinpoint her name yet. But he remembers he saw her, one of her variants at the TVA, and he thought when the anachronism may have something to do with her. Alright, anyway. Then they go it's at school. Marcus invites her. What's her name again? We'll call her Matter of fact, I'm gonna give her a nickname and we'll call her Hey. Marcus invited Jay to. I'm just gonna call it Marcus invited Jay to the party. And Marcus gives her the nickname. Marcus gives her the nickname Jay. So now, he invites Jay to the party. Yeah. I hear something's gonna be crazy. Yeah. And then she shows up to the party. Yeah. And Marcus says how beautiful she is. Yeah. Yeah. They go to the party. They have a great time. Suddenly she runs into Lucas. Lucas is like, and she's like, "What are you doing here, Lucas?" And Lucas is like, "Oh, I'm just," and Lucas is like, "Oh, I'm just, make some extra cash on the side. I'm doing some, all right." And she's like, all right. Alright, then, but Marcus' sister does not like her whatsoever. Marcus' sister hates her. She finds her parents anyway. She steps on her dress and rubs and pours some juice on her, and then accidentally, quote unquote, pushes her into the cake. And then everybody leaves the party. And the guests leave. The rest of Marcus' family stare him down and Marcus says how he loves her and he does not want to marry. He wants to marry for love, not for business. And he wants to marry for love and not for business. And then he wants to marry for love and for business and not for business. And then he leaves. But then by then Jay leaves. Alright, and then how am I feeling? But then Lucas is like, how am I? And Lucas is like, what are you doing here? You're not white. I'm surprised you're not a Marcus. Why would I be? And Lucas starts to get jealous. He's like, when you like him more than me. And like, what? And she says, and Jay says, but I'm doing this for you. When you have a big argument. Then Lucas fake breaks up with her, pretend to be Marcus, and breaks up with her. And says his mom isn't getting any of the money. So then Jay avoids Marcus. And then finally Loki finally figures out her name. Loki finally figures out her name and tells Mobius about the anachronism is that she and Marcus are supposed to be together. They're meant to be together. But since Lucas faked the message, then they're not gonna be together. They're not gonna be together because apparently then Mobius is to beep that the anachronism has started. They run and Loki and Mobius, they run to change some things, get them together in a montage. Then they eventually run into each other and Marcus says, why are you so against me? What did I do to you? And then Jay's like, you broke up with me. What are you talking about? And then they realized and then Lucas spoke and said, I broke up. I broke you two up because you don't deserve to be together. And then Jay's like, but I did it all for you. What are you talking about? And she's mad. And then and this gets all her face, and then Lucas gets all her face, and is about to tell, is about to tell her, oh, how much he hates her. But then Marcus gets up to punch him, but then Jay gives him a well-deserved slap. And then Jay gives him a well-deserved slap. He defeated. Then Luke, Kiamoria says yes. And then the Tim Pat says anachronism fixed. And then GG. I don't know why I said that. The anachronism fixed. Good guys wins. The heroes save the day. I don't know. Okay, I was cringe. I'll pretend like that portion of the video did not happen. Anyways, then Mobius and Loki go. They arrest him, and they explain everything to her, but in a way I said, yeah. So. Yeah. Then, okay, yeah. So then, they arrest him and they throw him in a portal and kick him. They throw him and then they throw him in a portal and then, but Moses is like, what are we supposed to do? And then Moses is like, what are we supposed to do? We can't exactly just execute every bad guy we bust. And we're like, what are we supposed to do? And then Loki's like, well, it's a good thing all the other anachronisms are no longer with us. But the Moses like, unless we plan to execute every bad guy we bust North Korean style, we gotta find like a prison. Loki got it. An old TVA hut that no one uses anymore. So then he goes. They get Lucas. They kick him to the portal into the TVA hut, and then Loki and Mobius leave. Marcus and Jay are happy. They get married, have some beautiful kids, and Loki and Mobius just watch her. Then they relax. Then they relax and they become a better. Then they just relax and the episode ends. That was a great episode. I didn't have as much fun doing it, but that was more of a filler. Episode. I think episode 4 and this and episode 4 are a bunch of filler episodes. So I don't know if I release episode 4 today or tomorrow. Probably today. But also today, watch out for a movie because I have a movie I made for Halloween. That comes out today too. So keep an eye on our channel. Bye.